I often will share with you guys that our job is to release confidence and competence so that a leader, a disciple maker can go forth with ownership of that tool, of that skill, and be able to reproduce it. And we use this phrase MAWL, or this acronym MAWL. In this video, I want to unpack for you what the most important part of MAWL is, in my experience. You can disagree, but the most important part of MAWL, and I think it will surprise you, the letter out of M.A.W.L that I think is most important. That's coming up. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Multiplying Disciples channel. My name is Mark, and if you're new with us, we give you simple, reproducing content to help you multiply disciples, churches, and leaders until there's no place left. So if that is helpful content to you, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on this video, and ring that bell notification to hack that YouTube algorithm so this shows up in your feed. Okay, so in this video, I want to circle back to MAWL. And as I was sharing in the intro, it's essential that as we're training a leader at whatever level or part of the process that they're in, that we are giving to them confidence and competence for that task in front of them, whether that is planting a church, whether that's multiplying disciples in churches, whether that's beginning to tackle what it means to reach a city. Confidence and competence is the goal. So we will oftentimes use an acronym to unpack the idea of that, and that looks like MAWL, M-A-W-L. And so as we talk about MAWL, that looks like modeling, assisting, watching, and then launching, or sometimes people will say leaving the skill, not leaving the person. And so model, assist, watch, launch is the process by which we impart confidence and competence to somebody that they can do this stuff. Okay, so when you think about that, first of all, what do we most often do in our Western approach to teaching? We model and launch, right? Rock on. So we model and we launch. We skip the assist and the watch, don't we? And so there's a lot of problems with that because it really ends up with no actual life-on-life training of skills and no emphasis on practice and being a practitioner, but it emphasizes head knowledge. And so there's a major gap there. But as we begin to learn how to make disciples in a simple reproducing way, we learn about the importance of the assisting and the watching. So if I were to ask you, what do you think is the most important part of model, assist, watch, launch as you are training up leaders and disciples? What would you say? Which one did you say? I bet most people would identify the assist. And assist is absolutely critical, that we are coming alongside of a leader, a disciple maker, and they're assisting us as we train something, and they're learning hands-on how to do it. But in reality, I would point to the watch phase as the most important part and the longest part of model, assist, watch, and launch. Now, this is not just me saying this, although I do stand by this, but a movement catalyst, his name's Curtis Sargent, has identified the watch portion of model, assist, watch, launch as the part that will take the longest and probably the most essential. And I think, I can't speak fully on behalf of him, but I think here's what I've experienced with the watch part of MAWL and why it's so critical. So model, assist, we get that, right? We're going to show somebody the tool, the skill. We're going to assist them, and they're going to assist us as we do it with others, as we begin to train others. Now, the watch phase, this is interesting because what happens is that disciple maker, that leader, they go from model and assist, and you've got a lot of confidence. I can do this. But in reality, you've got low competence. You don't actually know how to do this in practice. You've got a lot higher confidence than you probably should have that you can do this. And that's not a bad thing. Everybody's got to go through that curve. But the watch phase, and this is why it's elongated out. This is the part where you kind of dip down and you have to contextualize and begin to understand that you don't know what you don't know, and really go through the process of figuring out how to do this in the field. You've got to field test it. Watch phase is when you field test the thing. Now, I, as the disciple maker, should be coming alongside of you and helping you in that process, but mostly giving you feedback and letting you probably fall on your face, to be honest. So the watch phase is the longest because it's the process, it's the part of the process where you are acquiring the skill, you're acquiring the tool, and you are internalizing it. It's becoming a part of you. Model, you see it. Assist, you're starting to get it. You have a lot higher confidence than you should, but you're starting to get it. It's the watch phase where you're actually doing this in the field. You're field testing it. You're working it out. You're falling on your face. You're getting back up. It becomes yours during the watch phase. So what does this mean for you as the disciple maker? It means that you cannot skip the watch phase. It means that you need to make space for your disciples as they go high confidence. I don't need you. I'm going to go do it on my own. They're going to run away. Don't let them. Don't chase them down. But as they do that, don't let them just go off on their own and fall on their face and then never pick them back up. That is a lost opportunity of a leader that you could have raised up. So make sure that as that leader gets high confidence, they think they don't need you. This happens with kids, right? I've got toddlers in there at this point right now where they just tell me no and they want to do it themselves. But then they really need me to come alongside and as they fall on their face, help them pick back up, right? So that watch phase is critical, that I as a disciple maker am available to them. And then I'm casting vision again to them for why they signed up for this in the first place and helping them, picking up the pieces and helping them to pick up the pieces, count the cost and hold on to the tool, hold on to Jesus, hold on to the vision to multiply disciples as what is their filter for what they're doing. So that's my job during the watch phase. That's why it's elongated out. And that's why I would say it's the most important part of model, assist, watch, and launch. If you disagree, you are welcome to. I'd love to know why, though. Leave that in the comments below on this video. If you're listening on the podcast later, which we recently launched of all of this content, leave that in a review. I'd love to hear what it is that you think is the most important of them and why. Make sure you include why. Don't just tell me what you think it is. And I think that's it for today. So hope this content's helpful. See you guys next time.